genuinely believe that this government was elected on a platform of a conscience, a social conscience. Yet we have not seen that translated in policy. So this year in particular, the government has deliberately and intentionally not absorbed any part of the increase in cost of living, inflation. And the government has insisted on recovering its revenue and maintaining its revenue. Now, if you're going to do that as a policy, to me, that ought to be commensurate with a policy of government of austerity. Where are the sacrifices by this government? Where was the freeze on employment? Where was the stopping of traveling? What were the attempts to be able to preserve revenue, right? So that maybe there would be less of a burden put on to even the more vulnerable people in our society. But what did we see? We saw bread prices go up. We saw bus fares go up. We saw cooking gas go up. And we saw generally the cost of living in this country rise, where the people are the ones who have borne the brunt of what's taken place, and not the government. And that to me is unconscionable. And it's something I keep on saying. Government's balance sheet is easier to recover. But when households suffer a loss of income, here's the big one. We keep on talking about the importance of agriculture as a sector in St. Lucia. But it's even more important because the revenue generated in agriculture tends to be secondary revenue. And it really comes as secondary revenue for the more vulnerable households in St. Lucia. So it's an additional revenue source. So when the banana sector is destroyed, that now undermines our other agricultural sectors. And therefore, it even means that there's less money being made available to the vulnerable society. And there is no safety net. The government has done a piss poor job of trying to cushion the blow of what has been taking place in the country, all at their own expense.